Hi, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Jenny.
And we're the Shady Tree Stitches, coming to you in person.
Together.
Yay! Together in person at the Stitching in the Mountains.
In the same spot at the same time.
In the same colour.
Yes.
I just realised that.
Well, yes, now that you've put your jacket on, even more so, because my jumper's blue and black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yes,
we digress. We are together in person at the Stitching in the Mountains retreat in Blackheath.
Yes.
On the last weekend of June 2025. I cannot tell you what Flosstube this is, but it is a retreat special.
Yep.
So you're going to have lots of fun things to see. You're going to see lots of meet the Flosstubers.
Yes.
Meet a brand new shop person.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. And all the regular things of our stitching and whatever. So we're going to do it a little bit differently. We're going to show you the retreat pack and talk about our stitching and retreat things together. And then sadly, we have to separate because we have to get out of here. So we're going to show you our Stitchy Kindness and haul separately and merge them together because, oh my goodness, this has been, I think, the best retreat in the mountains ever. And they're all wonderful. But the people were just so kind, generous, enthusiastic, getting in the spirit of it, fun-loving. Everything was brilliant. Thank you, Helen. Everything was brilliant. All right, so we're going to talk to you about what we got in the beautiful, gorgeous goodie bags, curated by the lovely Jo.
Yes.
In consultation with me.
Yes.
But I love that Jo has taken over the curation because it's one less thing for me to do. And Jo and I just, we so beautifully work this retreat as a complementary pair. We have different skills, especially Jo loves that I'm a night person, she's a morning person. So she gets up at 5 a.m. and she deals with all the breakfast stuff. Not that we give people breakfast, but she deals with the whole breakfast shift before I even wake up.
Yep.
I didn't wake up once with Michelle this time. She was a perfect roommate as always. I wake up at some stage and go to the toilet early in the morning like I do, go back to bed, roll over, and then I wake up again and she's gone. She's up, she's dressed, she's had a shower, she's done whatever she's done. And I loved our new room. Michelle's sitting in the corner, that's why I keep looking over there. Indispensable person who says buy all the fabric on her raffle tickets. They loved that. We had so much humour. We were up next to the bathroom in the communal area this time because people actually booked the 4-person room, and it was so quiet up that end. So anyway, we'll see what happens for the future rooms. Mm-hmm. And Jenny, of course, stayed at her lovely facility in Katoomba and very generously had 4 house guests this time.
Yes.
Which was great.
Yes. One last minute addition.
Yes.
I was told on Thursday
that we had a new person.
Coming.
Yeah.
Which, that's fine. I'm quite happy. That's one of the things, because this retreat is in the mountains and I have access to other accommodation, I'm quite happy to leave the spots in the guest house for those that are travelling further and don't have that alternative option. But then if there are any leftover people that would like to come but
need a
they
last
can't
bed
fit
with us
in Glenella, I have spare beds.
Yep.
So it all works out.
It worked out. It was really good. Yes. Anyway, beautiful project.
So pretty.
Beautiful bag.
So this is another one. We've had these bags. I don't think we've had this size, but we had a smaller zipper pouch one of the previous retreats. But I love this with the thistles on it. It's very pretty.
So let's start with the things that are not patterns.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well,
we're identical, so I'll let Jenny show you.
There was a water bottle
with a beautiful design designed by Jo. She designed our proper logo for the Stitching the Mountains because we're now doing these twice a year as a regular thing at this stage and no plans to change it. We have our regular Stitching the Mountains logo winter and Stitching the Mountains logo summer, and we took the year off it. So there's lots of merch that we have that's going to roll over, and you'll be able to build up a set. But this bottle, she had to design a different one. So our theme was Winter Christmas.
Yes.
So that's why this is a specific Winter Christmas bottle, and it's BPA free.
Yeah.
Environmentally friendly, reusable,
and it's a little bit smaller, so it might actually fit in the drinks holder in my car.
Yes.
Which is a perennial problem that I have, although it's slightly fixed, but Ned gave me an adapter thingy so that I can have an expanded one.
Because it was Winter Christmas, we got a beautiful,
yes.
locally sourced, gorgeous ornament. They're all the same, but look at those beautiful, wildflowers and things.
Yes.
It's from Kirsten Katz Art and Design, an Australian artist and designer. Yes, so beautiful.
Yes.
All right, what else have you got? Yes.
We got some postcards. So Joe.
Oh, yes. So here's the logo I was just talking about.
Yes. There we go. So yeah, Joe quite often has some of these postcards available in her shop, or if you make a purchase, then you get to pick a postcard. So we got some beautiful postcards, and they've all got pictures on the back as well. It's really pretty.
And they're all designed by Joe. She's a very
so
talented
that's
artist.
I just realised that's the same as the bottle.
That's what I said.
Bottle,
Yeah, so we've got one for the bottle and one for the winter.
And that was
logo.
the Christmas tree pattern that we had last year. So yeah, very pretty.
So Joe's beautiful card. So check out mojostitches.com to see what else she has in that vein.
Yes.
There
was some goodies, gluten-free goodies, because
But I'm not the only one. There's lots.
No.
of us.
So yes.
Yes, and I know what I'm going to be sucking on the way home, Michelle. I get to try a lolly, and we also got a beautiful logo pen.
Yes.
It's upside down with the logo on it, because you always need a pen. And that was just beautiful. Now, one other thing that's in the goodie bag, it's a bit random, is we had a new facility at this retreat that I have wanted to do for years, and I felt needed, so we did it. And a huge thank out to local Helen, one of our assistants, for sourcing and organising and running this. But we had massages, seated massage, $25 for 15 minutes.
So good.
On the Saturday, fully clothed.
Yep. And not only that, but if you asked, they also had at the end, they had a sheet, tips for cross stitches, like stretches for cross stitches, specifically said for us cross stitches.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. So I'll show you that when I do my filming, because I brought it down to show you, but it's not here in this little pile.
Yeah.
So that was the goodie bag, but we also got 3 kits.
Yes.
Joe and I like to do a quality bag with great value for our customers, and we like to do things that retreat specific exclusives. So we always do a pattern each. And because this was winter Christmas, we both did an ornament. So the first ornament I'm going to show is Joanna's, because, it's not mine. And it's Hexy Whirl by Mojo Stitches. And it's beautiful. And she taught a class on how to finish it. And again, with our philosophy, we try to make the finishing as simple and friendly as possible.
And as usual with Joe's things, she gives you all of the finishing bits.
Everything you need in the kit. And I, as usual, made it my mission to finish this beautiful Hexy Whirl.
Yay!
So what it is, it's got 2 cottage garden threads, and it's a symmetrical pattern in the middle with flowers, but baby lyrebirds. Now, I did make a boo-boo in my stitching of my baby lyrebirds, but it's okay. Look at that cute baby lyrebird. So baby lyrebirds. And I applied what I knew from our patterns to my bingo game.
Yes.
And so one of them was stitching green. Hello.
And another one was stitched on an Australian animal.
Hello. Or stitch on a piece with a bird. Hello. Or stitch on a piece with flowers. Stitch on a Christmas piece.
So many.
So yes. So I did get a finish. I would have actually been pretty close to being first finished. Adelaide and I were pretty close for it, but I got busy working and couldn't take a finish. But I did get it finished. I'm thrilled. I didn't get to FFO it, but that's okay. And this is what it looks like. We got one donated to show you.
So yes. Oh no, it wants to twist.
So
okay, I've got to hold it there so it won't twist.
It's based on the English paper piercing style.
Yes.
With the hexies and a tassel.
Yes. So Joe's sort of signature ribbon and chenille and finishing supplies that she loves to give us.
So thanks Kim, for lending us your model. Appreciate it. I will get it back to you, I promise.
Now, right. Lisa's, I believe that this is the picture that I've got on mine, but it's actually, there's 4 different ornaments.
Yes, so what I did, show them the back. I made my kits, again, something, I knew we had a lot of beginners coming. And so my kit is designed to be a really simple stitch on the wooden baubles. I'm really loving, you know, my affiliation
Oh, yes,
with.
so this is another
This is
one
another
of
one.
the
This is, I
designs.
think, Sue. Sue, I have your model. Thank you. I'll keep it for a while and give it back to you by Christmas. So this is another one of the ones. And it's a really simple finish. This beautiful velveteen, like sticky felt.
Sticky back.
So I'm actually going to start sourcing this and offering up more finishing things for people to easily achieve. So it was really easy. And then I did actually teach them in the class how to make a plaited and and we collaboratively with one of the other ladies there was an expert on the spinny type of.
Oh, yes,
looping.
yes.
So we actually, in our class that I taught on how to finish your ornament, because it was a rocket science class, you want to know? I'll give you the class right now. Can I use yours? Sorry, just because Jenny's got the other one, which is the felt.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that. Okay, so that's the back of it, right? You get your ornament. You put your ornament. Look, you're getting a special finishing class in the middle of Flosstube. Go figure. You put your ornament on, trace around it, cut it out, peel off the sticky. Done.
Yep. Easy.
Really easy. FFOing does not have to be scary, and then you make the tassel or put a ribbon on. Yeah, really nice, really easy. The thing I like about these ones is they are slightly bigger holes, so I used 4 strands of thread. So what I did is actually use 2 strands and doubled it over like my usual loop method.
Yes, because I've done that when I've had a dimensions kit with 4 strands, because 4 strands is trying to squish 4 strands through the needle is hard enough, but then trying to get effectively 8 strands through the holes, it's much easier to do the double over. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, and then there was a second pattern from me this time. Because it was 2 ornaments, I felt like we needed something more substantial. So this time I gave a bonus pattern. And I packed up the model, but I'm going to put a picture in here of the model actual to see what it is. This Christmas house is a winter Christmas house, but it's a Christmas house in Australia. And when you're in Australia in Christmas, it's not cold, it's not winter, it's not snow, but it is lots and lots of fairy lights and decorating in front of your house. So I designed this one for that reason, and particularly because I want.
So if you go in close, you can see.
Well, don't worry about close. We'll look at the model.
Oh, yes.
So have a look at the model, which is still showing here.
Yes.
And if you're looking, it's got the beads on it. So I taught the class on beading, and so if you look close, because you've got the picture of the thing showing, and you can't see me pointing, along the top, see how I've got the beads going across. Just like the fairy lights are, so they're just
like a garland.
A garland.
Yes.
So I just did a long straight stitch, thread a bead, sealed it. Next one, thread a bead, sealed it. Then the next thing down is Christmas tree. I did that as the method of the regular beading method of finishing it with a half or a full cross. A half cross makes it go diagonally. A full cross makes it sit horizontally or vertically, depending on which way you do it. And then the shrubs and the fence. We threaded the fairy lights around, and the fairy lights were on the corner. So we actually came out and I taught them how to anchor them in so they didn't fall out. So that's why I did the beads there. Plus then there's also French knots. So my class also taught French knots, and they are on the door, and they loved it, and it was really good. Even experienced people who have run shops before actually managed to get something out of the class, which is so lovely. Okay, that is the kit. No.
Yeah. Yes. Also, the only other thing is the fabric for the
obviously
2
fabrics
patterns.
we got, but that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Jenny,
Yes.
did you have any finishes?
No.
Did you have any starts?
No.
Did you do any stitching?
Yes. Not a lot, but some.
What did you stitch on?
I stitched on Cross Stitch Nation because a lot of the people in this piece.
We're here.
I think Gigi was the only one.
Yeah,
not.
and she was one of the
She was
sick
supposed to
ones.
come, but she had to pull out because she was sick. I used this because, again, with the stitching challenges, CS. So what I did yesterday, Michelle now has a body and a face and hands. Lisa, look, you've got a face and one hand.
And one hand, good.
And I also fixed Rachel, because previously I'd done it as charted, but I unpicked some of it and made it look more like jeans and a t-shirt.
Yep.
So yes, and I also I fixed one of the leaves over here. So I was doing lots of little bits, but one of the challenges was 20 stitches in blue. So I was doing Rachel variegated, Rachel's pants, stitch in green. I was doing the leaves. So stitch with flowers. Yeah, lots of things, but it also fitted in with Warriors, some of the challenges for categories, and I do need to remember to post tomorrow because tomorrow's the end of it. So D for dress.
D for dress, people.
Yes. And also this weekend is a Strident Sal, and this is a Sal, and so it was,
covering all the bases.
Yes. And yes, I needed to get some more done on it. And the reason I started doing faces is because this fits nicely in the Q-snap. I want to kind of finish these people, and then I'll move the Q-snap over and do the other two people.
That makes sense.
And so so that was, I didn't get a lot of stitching. As you do with retreats, there was talking, there was shopping, there was eating, there was.
Hey, Jenny managed to sit and stitch with me for a few minutes.
I did.
But my fault because I was busy. But
she did.
We managed to get together a little bit. It's the thing at retreats, we never see each other. All right. Did you stitch on anything else?
Not here at the retreat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jenny went back to her place on Saturday night, and they had a lovely time in their beautiful accommodation stitching.
Yes. Because we don't, that's the thing, we come up here and we're staying in this lovely house in Katoomba, and we don't actually spend very much time there, so we thought this time around we would.
Well, I mean, I don't know how many stitches I've done in total, but I feel like it's about 600 or so, which is pathetic for me. But I am the hostess with the mostest, paired with Joe.
Yeah.
So I felt busier this retreat than ever before. I don't know why, but I didn't really I sat, I talked, and I was doing a lot of mingling and chatting and hosting, and it was lovely. But I did get the finish, which was my goal.
Yes.
I did work on my Strident Sal of my birthday sale of the Sunflower Farm. Now, I am doing my own silks conversion, and my roof has ended up very orange. I know, I don't love it.
But aren't orange and turquoise kind of opposite on the colour wheel, so they go?
I really feel when I get the house done and I add the other bits, it's going to look awesome.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that's...
they go that way. It's just that it's meant to be brown. The brown in the building should have been a darker brown, and that brown probably should have been the roof. But it's what it is. So I did 100 stitches on that, particularly. I should show you exactly where. See the yellow with the thread leading? That 100 stitches took me a long time in the 100 stitch challenge. I did really well in the 50 stitch challenge, but
yes, the 100 stitch challenge, there were about 10 people in front of you, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
One of them I won. Well, one of them I won. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it might have been because she did the 50 stitch challenge twice. We did it on Friday. They did it on Friday, but then redid it on Saturday for all the people that weren't there Friday.
That's why I remember winning something.
Yeah. So you won the first 50.
No, I won the second 50.
Yeah.
So there was a bunch of people, probably not the competitive stitches, but some people who weren't there on the Friday night. So we ran it again on Saturday morning for them, and yes, I won that one easily.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I also
Ooh.
I need to try and work on my bathroom stitch count, Sal.
Oh, yes.
I'm still in March. I know. It's been very neglected, Jenny. It's not like me, and I need to get it caught up. I love it. It's easy to stitch on. Anyway, so I did 3 little stained glass window panes.
Okay.
But hey, I touched it.
Yes.
So
well, I mean, you say it's easy to stitch on, but you have to keep changing colours.
No, it's easy to stitch on when I am sitting down stitching and not getting distracted by 50 billion questions and doobie whackers and whatever. It's fine. So it is going to be a focus. If I stitch tonight, it will be on it.
Okay.
I may not stitch tonight, depending on how tired I am when I get home, because tomorrow's actually the end of the financial year. So I actually need to do work, and tomorrow I go to work. So I need to round up all my business finances.
Oh, so you mean you go to school work, but you need to do Paddock Lane work as yes.
So I actually need to finalise the whole retreat financially, blah, 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 by Monday night. So stitching may not happen, and that's okay. I give myself grace that I have other priorities, but if I do stitch, it will be on that. So that sort of falls a little bit into plans.
You do kind of need to catch up.
So your plan is to post your start and finish.
Yeah, I've got to post my categories
Yes.
stuff.
And my plan is to finalize my business stuff.
Yes.
And then we're in July. Now, talking of July, Jenny and I, well, I don't know when we'll next be back. We might be back mid-month. Well, we'll be back to you though, because tomorrow's the first of the month.
Oh yeah, okay.
So we will probably be back to you tomorrow or the day after with the challenge chat.
Yes.
So we will do our monthly sum up things for June in that video.
Oh, okay. So our non-retreat stuff. Okay. Yeah.
Because last time we did the challenge chat as part of the normal video. Now, can you please, people, let us know what you think of that? If you like that format or you prefer it separate, if you have an opinion, I'll probably get you to tell us that on the next video. On the challenge chat video, not this one.
Yeah.
But what I'd like you to tell us on this video is there anything in this video that you particularly liked in the retreat chat, or is there something that we missed showing you that you would like to see? Now, I haven't talked to you about everything yet, but please comment below if there's anything you particularly liked or if there's anything we missed that you would like to see in a retreat recap video, because we're always trying to improve it and show you guys what you want to see.
And also for those who weren't able to come to this retreat, so that you can vicariously experience the retreat without actually having been here. And
my advice for anyone who's into cross-stitching in Australia that wants to know what retreats are available, everyone who runs retreats runs their own retreat and advertises it through their own means. But there is an Australian Facebook group called Australian Cross-Stitch Retreats, as opposed to Australian Crafting Retreats. You might find out about cross-stitch on crafting retreats, but the Australian cross-stitch retreats is purely for cross-stitch.
Specific. Yes.
So find that Facebook group, join it, and then when someone is running a retreat, we do encourage them to post on that group. Or people who find out about a retreat, often like people like, Jenny might post that she hears about a retreat on there or something. So, you get up-to-date information. Because retreats are the sort of thing that people love going to. They're a sort of thing that some people can only afford to go to one a year. Other people like to go to them all. It depends on you. It depends on your situation.
Depends where you are, whether it's feasible for you to physically get to them all.
But if you jump onto that website, and there also is a section that has a local stitchy meetups and things.
Yes.
And of course, we always have our Australian online Zoom meetup. So if you're someone who is interested in chatting and stitching with people, reach out or comment below, and we will let you know what you need to do to jump on board and find some stitchy friends to stitch with for motivation and camaraderie.
Yes.
Which is always the highlight. So we'll put at the end of the video the snippets of me showing all the rest, like coming up next, the rest of the well, I'll put them in now.
Okay.
What's coming up now, I'm going to show you the snippets I took of what the retreat showed like, things that happened, and we'll come back at the end and talk to you about our favourite bits and things. Here is a lovely Mojo Stitches store. Cute bags, cottage garden threads. Look at how many patterns she's designed now. Fantastic. And here are the new releases. This one is on my beautiful fabric. Perry Sandhills. Super stoked she chose that. Got some traditional samplers and her hummingbirds from magazine, and then the releases that she's had recently. She's got 3 of the Quakers now, I hadn't realised that. And then going around to here, she's got 4 of her blocks done now. And look, there's the ornament that's Stroh's piece for the retreat, and her 2 pieces that are from the shindig, and another one from the magazine, which I had to buy because it's just so super cute. And look at all the beautiful little pillows. And it's always super stunning. All right, lovely. Alex brought her bags from Cozy Props, and I know she had heaps more than this, but she does such great quality work. So check out Cozy Props on Etsy if you want some good quality bags. It's not funny, anyways. We have people stitching by the beautiful open fire. Look at that beautiful fire going. It's gorgeous. And then other thing that I can show you around here, it got a bit dismantled, but the brag table is over here, and there was a few extra pieces from when I showed you before. Let's check out the gorgeous raffle prizes. Look how fantastic these are. These are just brilliant. Oh my goodness, look at Natalie. She's doing a dance to celebrate. Thank you, Natalie. Say hello, everyone. This is the evening stitching crew. Hi, everyone. I'm doing a circle. Around the room, we have lots of people still stitching, and there's more out the front. And then I come back to the lovely prizes that we've got here. Look, we've got a beautiful Notions box made by Sue's dad. We've got a project bag made by Claire and some kahanas donated by Coco X Stitch. Some beautiful ornaments that were donated by one of our retreat attendees. Birdhouse made by Joe's dad. Cottage Garden Threads donated 3 of their new kit patterns. We've got project bags from Cozy Pops Alex. My goodness, we've got 2 portfolios from Andrea and one of Lynn's Crafty Creations. We've got a box made by Claire's dad, which is actually like a finishing, the whole kit and caboodle to do a finished stitching box. He doesn't sell them though, unfortunately. We've got a couple of patterns that were donated. These are actually the retreat pieces from the Stitches Merchant. They're very highly sought after, I think. Gorgeous books, some other patterns and threads, and of course finishing off with paddock lane designs. And here we have the evening stitches. Okay, so we've got a what's it called?
Extraordinary Birds.
Extraordinary Birds, yes, there. And we have another Extraordinary Birds here. So Extraordinary Birds seems to be the theme out here. We have got the Roaring Fire. We're not stitching there, but over here Bernie's stitching on something. Let's have a look at Bernie's lovely stitching.
You can't see what I'm stitching.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you what you're stitching.
I'm stitching Forget-Me-Not. Forget-Me-Not.
Forget-Me-Not, there we go, by Hello Liz Matthews.
Yes.
Lovely.
Accept it.
Okay, guys, here's our first regular Meet the Flosstuber in the Retreat Wild, Nitty Nat.
Yay!
Hey, thanks so much for joining us again, Nitty Nat. Always a happy participant in our videos.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. We appreciate you coming.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're just going to very quickly. We have a lot of Flosstubers to share with you this time. Some you may know, some you may not know. And anyway, Nitty Nat is a regular
Yep.
at both the retreat and at stitching at
Yes.
Finding Her in the Wild.
Yes.
So, do you know what number retreat is this that you've been to of ours?
3.
3 out of 4. Pretty
Yeah.
good. Awesome. Okay, let's start with, well, have you had any finishes?
I've had 2 finishes.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh, I did bring the bell down, I think, but anyway, all right.
That's all right. Never mind.
Ah.
Okay, so I have a retreat finish.
Can you hold it forward?
Oh,
No, not you.
okay. Jenny Long
Jenny
Arms.
Long Arms can hold it forward and cover Nat, of course, who's the one who's talking. Okay.
Yes.
The Joe's retreat piece.
Joe's retreat piece. I haven't fully finished it yet. There has been a couple of fully finishes. I haven't managed to get to that. I've done the traces of
okay.
It's to be finished as a hexie.
Yes.
And with tassels, and we received the whole kit.
Oh, no, we're going to show
yes.
it later. We'll show it later.
Okay.
Oh, okay, later.
We sort of will have already shown it probably by the time you see this video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Where do I fit into this? Yes.
Okay, so you got...
Past Jenny and Lisa will have already shown you the finished piece. But
That's right.
Yeah.
I haven't finished it yet.
Okay, so what else did you finish?
I have been, because it's Christmas in July,
Ah,
thought
yes.
Christmas in June.
Winter
in
Christmas.
June, winter Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I decided that
Oh.
I would push my closest to a finish Christmas stitch to a finish, and that has been an advent calendar on a tea towel. It's got a lot of backstitch and close work, so you might need to really take it in and slowly scroll it up.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
so
Oh, go your way a little bit, Jenny. We're
it's
missing a little bit.
stitched on a 32 count French linen tea towel. It's actually oversized tea towel, and the designer is Veronique Anginger.
AKA Inga.
Oh,
Yeah.
hang on. Oh, we,
Yeah, we're at the bottom.
There we go.
No, but we were catching
threads.
threads
So
from other
it's
things.
just, look, I'm going to hold it here while now
It's
we're talking.
It's huge.
Yes,
It is.
yes.
It's gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
And she bought the tea towel when she was overseas.
No.
No?
I bought it from Cruel Goblin.
Cruel
in
Goblin
Sydney.
in Sydney. There you go.
And they do stock them, and Stitch in Time also stocks
There you
them.
go. So that's where you can
So
I
find
you
it.
really
can do
do
this
need to
too.
go for a walk there.
Yes, you do.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. Just round the corner.
I know.
Jenny, I will come and stay one day and we'll actually go shop. Okay? So, yes.
Yes.
And it's just beautiful.
Yes.
And
Yes.
exquisite and
Yes.
gorgeous.
French knots, back stitching.
And all these patterns come out of that Christmas book that I've shown you before.
Yeah.
That now being encouraged Jenny to give me for a present a while ago.
Yes.
And I still need to stitch them.
Yes.
Right.
So what else have I been stitching on?
Oh.
I have been stitching on a sampler which I have actually packed away at this stage. It is well and truly at the bottom of my case right
But we
now.
have seen it is a previous retreat sampler. It is from a release.
No, it's not. No, the other sampler that's at the bottom
Oh,
of my case.
Not this one.
Oh, sorry, I thought
Yes.
she was talking about
No.
the colour.
No,
photos.
this one.
no.
No.
Right.
No. So, yes. This is, so,
That's what I thought she was talking
Yes.
about.
Yes.
at
This
bottom
is
of
the
case.
next piece.
This
that
is
she's
the
been
next
working
piece.
on.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right, so we'll talk about
I'm
this piece
interrupting
now.
this one now
You
because
are.
I'm squirreling and ruining her.
You are. You're interrupting the flow, Lisa.
Echoes of the garden path.
Yes.
Echoes.
Yes.
And I used this one for the stitch challenges.
Oh, yes, because
Because
there's
it's
some
got
nice
some
big block.
good, solid colour in there.
Yeah, and this was the
Pretty.
previous exclusive release about a year ago from
Yes.
Mojo Stitches.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
a birthday release, one of Joe's birthday releases.
Which
year
I
before
was
last.
given for. I bought the pattern and Ned gave me the threads for Christmas, and
Yeah.
I have bought fabric from Lisa to do mine on.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
stitching challenges. Do you want to tell anyone about those? while I'm
Okay,
showing the
so we
beautiful work?
had a little bingo card on there. There were challenges of stitch in green, stitch in blue, stitch in brown. So, minimum stitches. There was also stitching races.
Yes.
So, race for 50 stitch.
To
Race
stitch faster than Lisa.
Faster than first to 50, and then anybody who beats Lisa. Lisa's fast.
But I'm not the fastest, and I
No.
do, and that's why it's beat me, so they have a chance.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And stitch 200.
Yeah.
So I didn't beat Lisa for the 50 stitch challenge. I beat Lisa for the 100 stitch.
By 0.74 of a second.
Just squeaked in there.
And I came third for the 200.
Oh.
Which wasn't beat Lisa. I deputised
No.
myself because I've been busy all morning, as I always am
Yep.
on the third morning of retreat.
Yep.
Fantastic. So, seasoned retreat goer
Yes.
of these retreats.
Of these retreats.
What has been a pleasant surprise for you, or something you particularly liked about this time? I know it.
Energy.
Energy. Yes.
Energy. There is a lot of positivity and camaraderie, a lot of people who have been here before, helping the new people to settle in, find their groove, helping them to navigate the building, to navigate the rules of the kitchen and things like that. So yeah, and also, these are what's achievable. These are the go-to really important workshops to attend.
Yeah. It's your first retreat. Don't be worried that you haven't actually done any stitching on the first day.
No, absolutely. I think the first day is absolutely a settle in, find your stitchy spot, get your stitchy spot set
Say
up.
hello to all the people that you've seen before. That was talking about the energy. When I arrived a bit late.
Yes.
On Friday.
Jenny had to work.
We've started audit this week, so the whole thing.
It's
But I walked in,
financial year.
and so many people were saying hello, and it's like I had arms full of all my bags, and people are coming up. It's like, just give me a sec. Let me put all my bags down. Let me take a few layers off. Then I will come around and say hello and hugs, and and it's just
Yeah. It's definitely like it's like a high school reunion or or a family barbecue or something like that.
Long lost cousins and
It's that kind of friendly. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to
Thank
join us.
you.
Did you have any other questions that were burning for you to ask Nina? I know she's in a bit of a hurry to go. Okay, well, thank you, Nat. Now I'm going to turn the camera around in a second and show you what's going on at the same time as we're talking. Nat, you drive safely.
Thank you. I will.
See you soon.
We will see you soon.
While we're filming these interviews, look at these lovely, fantastic, kind, generous helpers packing up. They're brilliant. They're being ever so quiet.
Me. And here we are with our next Flosstuber, Ro from Ro's Crafty Corner.
Hi.
Well, half of Ro's Crafty
Crafty Corner. But it's the row part, so I guess
row
we're
part,
missing Crafty or Corner. Which one are you, Kylie?
Well,
I think she's the crafty one.
The crafty.
No,
Because
I should say I'm the crafty one.
Kylie's crafty
Notions.
Yeah.
So she's crafty. Okay.
She's the crafty.
So,
both
so we
crafty.
have Rose Corner here. Thank you for coming again.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
This is her second retreat at the Stitching in the Mountains, so she loves
Second
it so
in a
much.
row.
And it's a big effort for you. Where do you come from again?
Brisbane, just north of Brisbane. So it was a really early 4:30 a.m. wake up, 5:30 a.m. leave my house on Friday morning. Got to the airport. Didn't sit around for too long, but then got here, and then the rest of it was just awesome. So
So was it worth it?
was definitely. This time I came by plane. Last time I came by train.
Yes, so she's got a good travel
So-
differences. Feel free to reach out to Ro if you
Yeah.
live in the Brisbane area and you want to know the differences, the pros and cons of both.
That's
those
right, because I
methods.
was going to say they both have their pros and cons.
Yes.
Yep.
So the first question is, did you have any finishes?
No. I'm not known for my finishes. I'm known for my starts.
That's the next question is, did you have any starts?
I did. I had 2 new
Okay.
starts. So I started on Joe's retreat piece.
Yes.
The Hexy Whirl.
And I only have maybe a couple of hundred stitches left on that. So it's not
Okay.
too far away from a finish.
I mean, I have to admit, the whole piece itself is around 500 stitches, so it's a really
It's-
easy, manageable amount.
I took a photo, put it into markup, and it's 610.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Not including the backstitch or the smyrna crosses.
There you
Okay.
go. I must have stopped counting it sometime.
Yeah.
But I did use it for my stitch challenges.
Not too
so
far off.
I was, yeah. Anyway, it's not big. Is the point.
Yeah, and then I attended the finishing class this morning, and because I have prior knowledge of English paper piecing, I was like, I'm going to be easy with this, with the finishing. So yeah, it's
I'm
gonna be
looking
cool.
forward to learning what the finishing class was.
Yes.
Because I want to finish mine. Okay. What
And
else
then
did you start?
The second new start was
Ooh.
Winter Quaker by Primrose Cottage Stitches.
Photo here.
And this is how, I stitched it on Lisa's new fabric, Elsa.
New Elsa. Really bright, vibrant
You
blue.
can't see very well. It's sparkly.
Yeah, it's opalescent.
Let's show the actual stitching she did. Go
yes,
across
yes,
your
yes.
way a bit.
My way?
Yeah, thank
Yep.
you. There we are. So there's what she stitched.
So pretty.
Okay.
And I started this with my friend Adelaide from Adelaide Stitches. And we both she had it in paper form and I had it in digital form. So we were like, oh, let's start a new one together. So that was that. That was pretty cool. And Elsa, I love it that she's sparkly because Elsa's sparkly, right? In the snow.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
And then the thread that I used is Cottage Garden Threads Charlie. So it's a blend of like dark blue to grey.
It looks
It looks
wonderful.
really cool.
Yeah. And I asked people around here, what do you think of this one or this one? And they're all like this one. And I was like, yeah, I like that one better too. So that was great.
Awesome.
So yeah, that was my 2 new starts.
Okay. And have you done any stitching on anything else this weekend?
I have. I have. I
Can
originally.
I just say, hold on, we're at a retreat and Rose done stitching.
I know, right? It's. But I've also done a lot of socializing as well, which is what I'm known for. So this is the one that I intentionally wanted to stitch on and bring down, which is called Christmas Penguin Stocking or Penguin Christmas Stocking by Doreen Jones. And I started this a couple months ago, I think, and it really needs to be finished before Christmas because it's going to be for my nephew. So here we go. This is what I stitched. And I did all of the white and I participated in the 200 stitch challenge and that's what I stitched. So it was nice and easy, just up and down with white.
Yep.
So yeah.
That's what you need for,
I love it.
for the stitch challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't stitch
I
on the
love
plane
the-
on the way down.
I love the shadowing in the
Upside down.
It doesn't matter, but in the
Present.
the present, the sort of shadowing, so it's slightly dark around the outside. It looks so effective.
Yeah, I think there's like 3 oranges in there and
I'm just trying to get your face in as well.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
care which way the pattern's on. Okay?
3 oranges, I think, and then
Yeah.
there's a couple of greens in there. So she does do shading really,
Yeah,
really well.
it looks really effective.
Yeah.
That's really pretty.
So I can't wait to get more done on that. And then this part here is a present as well. It's going to be
Okay.
another blue present. So yeah.
Lovely. Now, as someone who's been before, was there anything this time that you found particularly surprising or different or wonderful?
Yes. I was really concerned about the cold because coming from Brisbane, it's like we get cold, but
Yeah, well, yes,
Queensland
because the
cold.
last one you came was November. It was the summer one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like really concerned about the cold. So I went and bought.
Joe, box over there behind the door.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're packing.
You're right. I went and bought some warmer clothes and packed them up. And I was like, am I packing too much? Am I packing not enough? And then I was told that you'll be fine if you're inside. It's just when you go outside. So I was like, okay. I packed I think the right amount of clothes.
Okay, good.
Except for when I went out yesterday afternoon. I just had my jumper on and people were like, it's cold out here. And I'm like, no, I'm actually quite warm. So it's nice, like cooling down. But then by the time we'd been out for about half an hour or so, I was like, I'm freezing, let's get back. So yeah, and I loved the fire. That kept us nice and warm. I loved that I met new people that I've spoken to online or had a conversation with online, and I got to meet them in person. I had awesome time with my table mates. Like we just laughed all weekend long. Like my cheeks are so sore from laughing.
Yeah, you found some more kindred spirits, and now
I did.
and they're Zoomies. So now now that Rose finished moving and all that, she'll be back on
yes.
Zoom more often.
Yes, I will. And there was a couple of other fellow Queenslanders that came
Yes.
down this time too, so that was cool.
Now, I'm going to give a heads up to an upcoming important announcement about Rose Crafty Corner. Is that Rose Crafty Corner is going to be a pop-up shop vendor at the Summer Stitching in the Mountains this year. So Rose obviously coming back if her shop's coming.
Yep, have to, right?
Yes. And she's going to be bringing hers and Kylie's goodies to sell as a little pop-up shop. So anyone who actually wants to see some Rose Crafty Corner in person, then keep an ear out for the release of the date.
Wonderful.
It's the first weekend in December, but you'll have to keep a lookout on the channels that relate to me or Joe to find out when we're actually releasing the tickets for that.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's exciting you're coming back
I know,
again.
right?
I'm seeing you so many times this year.
I
It's
know.
exciting.
Aren't you just so lucky to see me so many times?
Well, because I'm coming to see you first.
I know, right?
Because Lisa and I are going to the Brisbane
Maroochydore
retreat,
one, yep.
which is at the end of October, beginning of November, and then the
Beginning of December.
beginning of December is the next mountains retreat. So.
Yeah, and I'm so thankful that you had a bit of a space between the Maroochydore and this one because I was like wondering whether I was going to be able to do both.
Yes. No.
So,
it's
yeah.
all good.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Cool. Very exciting.
All right. Well, that's all. We got to let Ro get on the road.
Yes.
Yes, I gotta go catch a
We'll
plane.
go and drag up our third Flosstuber in a second, and we'll be back with you.
Bye.
Bye. All right, we're back with Flosstuber in the Wild number 3, Adelaide Stitches.
Hello.
So nice to have all our old friends, and there's something really special about Adelaide and the Stitching in the Mountains retreat. She's a mountains girl.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, right,
I was
yes.
wondering, where was I going with that leading question?
Yes, I was.
Yes, she's a local.
She's a local. This is her local stitching.
I am. So I had a day spot, which was really nice, and I could come and go as I pleased.
Yes.
And as it's a 24-hour retreat, that was just fantastic.
Yes, it
Stay
is.
late and come early.
Yes, as much as your family would let you do.
True.
Which is wonderful. And Adelaide was an attendee at our original
Yes.
Stitching in the
Yes,
Mountains.
in
Okay, first
2023.
one.
Yes,
Right.
the first one. And so she's back
I
again.
knew you then.
No,
No, I didn't get to talk to everyone. Like,
No,
because
no,
I didn't
it
know
was-
anyone.
No,
so,
so it was more at
Yeah.
JK's retreat last year. that
Yes.
we
Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
Christine.
Yes.
Um, yes, so it's lovely to have her back. And actually, since she came to that retreat, she started up and become a Flosstuber. So we didn't interview Adelaide last time because she wasn't.
No,
a
not in
Flosstuber.
2023. Yeah,
No.
I had no idea I was going to start one.
No. So anyway, but we did meet Adelaide on our channel last year at the JK's retreat.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So, Adelaide, apart from being conveniently located to home and being able to come as a day spot, what is it you like the most about this retreat?
Oh, that's hard.
I know.
Well, it's in a beautiful setting, the mountains. It's in the lovely, lovely guest house. It's just, I love how relaxed and how flexible it is. How you can sit on a couch, you can go to the tables. The kitchens are wonderful. Yeah.
It's really good. No, it's wonderful. It's really good.
Blackheath's such a lovely little town.
And it has all the facilities. You know, so we are a retreat. We are very different to most others that I know of.
And then as well as that, people come from all over. So
You get to meet lots
you're
of
meeting
people.
people from Victoria, you're meeting people from Queensland, just as well as locals. It's a nice mix.
And it's good because it is a local little community, and the mountains community is a beautiful community. And you know, we said it before, but there's coffee shops, there's restaurants, there's takeaways, there's pubs, there's antique mall just within walking distance, and 2 doors down is a patchwork shop.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's got
Which is
everything
quite
here.
dangerous too.
It is, yes. Sorry, we do.
Except that it's only open on the Saturday morning.
Or the Friday.
And the Friday.
Friday.
Yeah,
Oh, Friday.
that's what I went
Jenny's never here by the time it's
Friday.
open on Friday, so she doesn't know that. But okay, so did you have any finishes?
Yes, I had 2. So I went from never ever having a retreat finish ever to having 2, which was nice. 1 was planned.
Yes.
So I had 200 stitches left on my It's a Mermaid's Life. So it is finished.
Yes.
Look at that. Well
So
done.
I'm very
Gorgeous.
excited.
And you had that as a planned retreat
Yes,
finish.
that was.
Yes.
Because I wanted to ring that bell. I wanted to have that experience, and I did.
And you did. And we had lots of bell rings, so that was really cool.
So that was nice. And then as well as that, I had a surprise finish, the retreat piece.
Yes.
Which
And-
was
Start and
beautiful
finish.
Christmas ornament
And
by
Adelaide
Joanna.
was actually the first person to finish it. So she was the fastest stitcher of the retreat finish.
Ah.
Yeah, so that was good. And then as well as that, I did some other stitching. So I balanced between 2 pieces. One was a start I did with
okay,
Rose
so
from Rosecraft.
Yes.
so
Corner.
from with our interview with
I'll
Ro,
take
and
the
we
photo.
did.
We'll
Well,
take
no,
the
we
photo.
don't need to because we are
Well,
now showing. So
that's all right.
Yes, yes.
There's
So
the
that's
winter
the
cracker.
pattern.
Very
And
pretty.
This is where I got to.
We have longer arms on the edges
Yes,
than the
you
person in the
do.
middle.
You do. So it's on 28 count antique white even
Yes,
weave
lovely.
with
So
deep
quite-
93.
Quite different
Nice.
to
Yeah,
Rose one. Rose
yeah, Rose is
is
wild. I love
darker,
it.
and but equally.
Yes,
You know.
mine's much more like the cover picture, I think.
Oh yeah.
So that
Yes.
kind of.
Yes.
Very delicate and pretty.
Yes, and then I had my speed stitching project.
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes.
Because we have stitching sprints here, and because I'd been before, I knew it was going to happen.
She knew the plan.
So I have all this bottom section to fill in, which
Ah,
says
yes.
find your happy place. So I think this side is my 50 and my 100 sprint, and this side is my 200 stitch
Awesome.
sprint.
So how did you go in the stitching challenges?
Yeah, pretty well.
Oh come on.
Come on.
I
be
got
honest.
second in the 50 and the 100, and then Kim, I think, very kindly let me win the 200, which is very nice of her.
Well, yeah. So Kim is a very, very fast
She
stitcher.
is.
and
She stitches in hand like me, actually.
Okay,
so
there you go.
Yeah.
So that's a good skill to know.
I've got it. And this piece, actually, that's the Fantastical Greenhouse by Tiny Modernists.
Lovely.
Wondering?
See you next time.
Bye, people who are leaving. Have fun. We always get that in a retreat video. There's always someone who doesn't realise we're
And
filming and walks
then,
through.
because I did well in the stitching challenge, I got a lucky dip prize, and I got this beautiful bag that Claire made that I just
Look
love.
at that. And that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So it's a
Very
gorgeous project bag. And yeah, so we
How
had
talented is Claire?
Oh,
That's
Claire's
so
very
nice.
talented. We had so many great talented donations, and you'll see all that in the rest of the video. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Okay, thanks for having me. It's
we're-
been lovely.
We're looking forward to having you back sometime again.
Yes, that'll be nice. I'm hoping next winter.
Yes,
I will get here.
lovely. Well, you're a good one for winter because some people shy away from winter, and you live here anyway. You know what it's like.
Yeah, I've got all the jackets in my car. The beanies, the scarves, everything already.
There you go. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
And we'll
Jenny
see you
and
again.
Lisa.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, now this is
Different.
different special guest. So not a floss tuber, but a shop owner.
Yes.
Very exciting.
A brand new shop owner from
Yes.
Brisbane in Queensland from
Yes.
Coco X Stitches. So tell us a little bit about Coco X Stitches. Where are you? What do you do?
So I'm based in North Brisbane in Brendale. We have a lovely shop in there which is really purely dedicated to cross stitch. So for my local stitchy groups, it's our local LNS. We have a lovely stitchy table where people are welcome to come and bring their stitching anytime. Come and just, it doesn't matter what you're stitching on, just come and show us what you're working on. It's really great fun. We have a lovely big floss wall with all the beautiful threads. We've got Cottage Garden, we've got Gentle Art and Weeks Dye Works and all the things. And I'm gradually building up patterns and stitching stands. You can come and try a Lowry if you want to try that, and have a look at the different lights and figure out what works for you. So
Perfect.
yeah, my idea was to have something that you could sort of touch and feel and sort of go and check things out. So yeah, we've been open for about 3 months now.
Lovely. Well, congratulations. It's really
you.
exciting. And Denise has been floating around a lot of retreats this year. She's been very lucky.
Yes.
Doing a lot of professional development.
I have learning lots of things.
Yes.
I have.
Well, and that's what I find with the retreats. I learn things every time, and I take the opportunity to do market research and listen to what the stitchers want. And like with Denise, it's specific because she's got her clientele in her area. For me, I'm more widespread.
Yeah.
But it's always good to learn what people want, don't want, blah blah blah. So it's really wonderful. So what have you been stitching on?
So I was stitching on the retreat press. I forgot to bring it down, but I did also finish, and you will have seen everyone else. So I finished my little one, so I'm going to go home and completely finish that.
Yes.
The other one that I have been working on, and I bought this little bag too. Which is
Very
so
pretty.
cute.
Yes, people haven't brought their haul down.
Yeah, there's a little bit of haul. So this is my hobby. So I've been working on modern folk embroidery, penguins, because I thought it was really appropriate for winter.
Yes,
Oh yes,
definitely.
very much.
So it says one can't be angry when one looks at a penguin.
And I
That
have
is so cute.
I know, and I've just got a little start there. Black and white, really simple,
Easy.
but loads of fun to do.
Yes.
So yeah, really enjoyed that.
Lovely. Very, very
Good retreat stitching, that one.
Yes, well, yes, and you're almost got your border
Yes, I've-
joined up, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good way to start.
Yes, so I'm going to be
Yes.
stitching that on the train now when I head back to Sydney and
Yeah.
ready to go home.
fantastic.
Cool.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to share with us. You had to wait to talk to us, but we
No,
really
it's great, and
appreciate it.
it's been great to meet you both in person. Well, I've met you before,
Yeah.
but and also to see Joanna as
Joanna,
well
yes.
from Mojo. So it's been great.
And Joe and I are thrilled because Coco Stitches is a fantastic supporter
Absolutely,
of
all
Paddock
the
Lane
patterns.
and Mojo Stitches and other Australian designers and other non-Australian designers. It just takes a while for her to build up her portfolio of patterns because, when you start a new business, it's expensive. But if there's something and you live in the Brisbane area and you're interested in it, just reach out to her and I'm quite sure she'll get it in for you. And she also does have an online presence coming.
Online is coming. I'm on
Yes.
Instagram and Facebook, but
coming.
website will be coming in July,
In July, so that's not far away.
end of July.
End of July, in about a month or so.
In about a month,
And
yeah.
so then, if you're not in Brisbane specifically, then you can also check out the newest Australian cross stitch shop, Coco X Stitches. One of the things I'm super excited about Denise's shop is that she's catering to a wide variety of cross stitching styles and has a great passion for people who are beginning. So she can get people started, kitted up and stuff, as well as the more advanced and whatever. And catering for all the people who don't fit into some of the other ones. So yes, thank you, Alex. Thank you for your help. Bye. So I'm really excited about that and looking forward to having a wonderful time collaborating and building the Australian cross stitch industry.
Yep.
Thanks
Thank
again.
you. Thanks, guys.
And here we have number 4, Flosstube, found in the wild, Joby's journal. Half of Joby's journal. Hello, Elizabeth. Miss you.
Yes, she's at home, nice and warm.
Nice and warm, doing her thing in her regular space.
Yep.
Fantastic. Now, Jo is actually our first person we're interviewing who is a first timer to this retreat.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I know everyone wonders where am I going with this.
It's like what?
Jo is a first time attendee of
Yep.
Stitching in the Mountains retreat. Have
Very
you
exciting.
attended any other retreats
No,
before?
no.
So she's a first time retreat virgin. So
Yep.
well, here you
First
go.
time I've been to any.
So how have you found it?
Very good. I've had a great time.
What have you found the most surprisingly pleasant thing about coming to a retreat?
I was just relaxed. Like it got noisy at times, but it was pretty mostly relaxed. Could do your own thing if you needed to. If you wanted to go to a class, you could. But yeah, you could just sit and stitch
And Joe ended up actually, for Joe being fortunate to arrive a bit later, because there were no tables left. The tables went really fast this time, and that was the noisy end of the room.
It was.
Very noisy. Fun, happy, noisy. But
After a few seat trials, I found the comfy seat, and
that's a good thing,
was
because
set for the rest of the weekend.
it's an old house, and
Yeah.
it's got a whole
Old.
bunch of different old lounge chairs.
Yes.
So you just find the one that suits you best. Right back support, right comfort level.
Yeah.
All right. Jenny.
Yes. Okay. So, did you have any finishes?
I finished the retreat finish
Yay.
like other people.
Look at this. I mean, how cool is that? That is almost every one of our floss tubers has finished it. And I honestly don't know how many finishes there are, but if people did take photos of every finish, as they hopefully were, I might be able to tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So that
look,
was
as I said, 600 stitches, or Rose said 600 stitches.
Yeah.
2 colours, really simple, but actually tricky.
Yeah, especially I didn't realize I'd chosen linen, even weave. But for me, these were a bit harder with my eyes and the linen. So
Okay.
it would have been easier if I'd had Ada for that, but that was fine.
And you know what's really funny with that, Joe? We ran out of even weave. And we couldn't work out why. So we think there are quite a few people who got the even weave that didn't realise that's what they were getting.
Didn't realise I'd chosen
No.
even weave. So.
Yeah, because I got Ada in mine. I got even weave for Lisa's retreat piece, but
Yes.
Ada for that one because I was
you were
told
last.
that there weren't
you were last,
it had run out.
basically.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
And it's all good. And for what it is, it looks beautiful on any of them.
Yeah.
Just out of interest, we hadn't mentioned it before, but that's actually on a piece of avocado by Paddock Lane Designs.
Uh-huh.
I might mention that previous future me, but I mention it now. Okay, did you stitch on anything else?
Yeah, I mainly stitched on
This is
this
very
one,
pretty.
I'll help you hold it up.
which is Fox and Rabbit Mystery Sale 2025, Cloister Gardens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's still a little behind. So the this piece around the edge is this month's, like June's.
Wow.
So July's comes out the next day or so. So yeah, but yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah, that's on 22 count with 1 thread.
And what colour are you using?
I am using an Itchy Stitchy thread, and I can't remember
That's
what
fine.
number it is.
An itchy stitchy green. There
An
we
Itchy
go.
Stitchy green, yes.
That's good. Okay. So did you? We haven't talked about this with anyone else, but did you take advantage of the shopping facilities?
Yes, I did.
That's good. And
I did indeed.
And were you surprised or have any pleasant surprises or anything you thought was missing or anything you have to say about the shopping selections that you get at the Stitching the Mountains?
It was pretty wide ranging from what Mojo Joe had,
Yep.
with patterns and some thread packs, pattern bag, project bags, and then Lisa had, you could have come here without anything and still been able to stitch.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And that's what I try and do at my retreats is, people turn up and go, oh my gosh, I need a highlighter.
Yeah.
I've actually converted a couple more people to the second pair of glasses this time.
Yeah.
They're really good, aren't they, Gab? Yes. So, I have those there because it was actually because one retreat I went to and I forgot my glasses. So I thought, well, that's a good thing to have just in case someone needs it.
Yeah.
And that's really awesome. So yeah, it's nice. And it's a lovely facility to be able to set the shops up and have basically a full LNS that you can look at all day.
Yeah.
And just out of interest, because you're new to us interviewing you.
Yep.
With your stitching, do you stitch in hand? Do you use a frame? What sort of stitcher are you?
I used to be a stitch in hand, but then age happened. So now I stitch in a frame, Nerd frame.
A Nerd tube,
Yeah,
yeah.
Nerd tube. I find them light and easy to use.
Now we have met Joe at and Joe B's the entire pair of them at the Shindig previously.
Yes.
So have you tell us just a little bit about your channel for people who have not necessarily come across you before?
Yep. So I have a channel with my daughter who is 24 and she lives with Down syndrome. She is a diamond painter, so she does those pieces that have the little tiny jewels and sticks them on. Has been doing that for since about 2018 and loves it. We have a large pile of finished projects, but she spends a lot of her time doing that. She's recently started diamond dotting just hearts, made out of mostly little wooden hearts.
Oh, okay.
And we've been making, she's had some earrings made out of them, and we're going to make some brooches, and she's got some magnets and stuff. So we've had some input, a couple of projects that have been happening at our local art gallery and community centre. So we've been helping out with that, with some hearts. Yeah,
Lovely.
We just normally just chat about our projects. It's not a very long talk, because Elizabeth has a short attention span when it comes to talking.
Yeah.
So I generally do most of the talking, and so we try, and she actually really loves it. You might not know sometimes when you look and watch, but she actually does love doing it.
And that's why you do it.
And that's why we do it.
And how often do you generally?
No.
So
We're a little behind
Irregularly.
Irregularly. I think it might have been 6 months. Since
Yeah,
last
so
time.
I was going to say about 3 monthly,
No,
generally
it's
speaking.
actually,
but
it's
3
a
to
few
6
times a year.
months.
I try and do it more often, but life.
Yeah, life, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for taking the time
Thank
to
you
join
for
us.
having me.
And we're glad you enjoyed your first retreat.
Yes,
I
I
hope
loved
we'll
it.
see you again.
Yes, definitely. Thank you very much.
All right, guys, I'm back home. It's actually the next day after the retreat, but I'm here to give you my little snippet about my Stitchy kindness and haul. Can I just start by saying that most stitchers are the most generous, kind people I know, and they're so helpful. I really appreciate all the help that various people gave Joe and I during the retreat in different ways, from helping us set up to taking their turn doing the dishes, to taking care of people who were sick, to driving someone down to the lookout, driving someone down to my shop because they were using crutches and the stairs are really dangerous for people with crutches. Just lovely things like that. Even, the last bit of thing I noticed was as I was filming the Flosstubes on the last day, one of the beautiful ladies brought down my charging cord that was still plugged into the wall because I hadn't gotten back upstairs to pack it up. And little things like that just are so wonderful and kind and thoughtful and make such a difference. So thank you to everybody who did anything over the weekend to help out other people. I mean, really, we just want to be kind and have a great time stitching. So thank you so much. So one of the things that we have, he's been before, is we seem to have the frog person. I have it on good understanding it is a frog lady, since there's only one gentleman and it's not him. So these little cute frogs were just left randomly all around the place for people to find. So that's super cute. And I did get another cute little frog. I know I brought him to show you because he's part of the Stitchy Kindness, but I'm not sure where he is at the moment. But one of my lovely friends gave me this little cute one in particular, and he's sitting in a little life ring for floating in the water. So he's to stop you getting the frog, and it's just cute and really appreciate it. All right, I got some gorgeous floss drops and flowers from Adelaide Stitches, and that was so nice of her to share them. She had to come all the way, people had to come all the way down to find me downstairs, because in winter I'm downstairs away from the fire, and they are just so cute for floss drops. So thank you, Adelaide, so much for that. I got a belated birthday present from Jenny, and she gave me a big bag of goodies, and none of it was particularly stitchy related, which is fine. Lots of yummy gluten-free food, which you don't need to see. But she did give me this really nice linen tea towel with a gorgeous appliqued gingerbread man on it. So I count that as retreats for Stitchy Kindness. So thank you, Jenny. And Liz gave me beautiful red bag for Christmas, red for Christmas, and very, it's like, well, I haven't even looked at these gifts, so you're actually getting to see them for the first time. And it's got some essentials, a purple nail file. It's got some hot chocolate and tiny teddies in it, and a cute cat pen because Liz is the cat lady. Thank you, Liz. Very thoughtful. I don't have it on me here, not sure where it is, but Sue, my beautiful friend Sue, very kindly got her dad to make a gorgeous wooden notions box, which you see on the prize table on the raffle table. So thank you so much for that. I'm going to have to work out which one of my rooms I'm going to set that up in, and you know, it's the sort of thing I don't want to travel with. It's so beautifully made. He's so talented. I got this lovely parcel, and I'm going to guess, I think it was from the lovely Emma. And I really appreciate people including me in their stitchy gifts, because I'm not at a table. I float everywhere, and it's just super kind. Oh, look at this. An emotional support flower and a little tin. And we've got some cards to make into floss cards, I think. I mean, totally unnecessary, but look at that cute Notions bag. It's just gorgeous. Some hand cream. Because it was Christmas, she's got one of the Christmas tree bubble pens. Oh, she's gone over the top. Look, little essentials: tape measure, scissors, a little handmade sign, and a cute little gnome, and one of those beautiful wooden needle cases. I'm not sure if this is maybe a collection of things people were gathering for me, because it seemed, but anyway, yes, I put lots of things in here. So from Liz and Cats Create, which is Liz who had the bag, she also gave a little, she does like chain link mail, so 2025 scissor fog, and this one was from the lovely Teresa, and she made like gorgeous Christmas floss bling or scissor fob pulls. So thank you so much, and if anyone else contributed to anything that's in there, I really appreciate it. So cute, so thank you. All right, my next thing I got is under the definition of haul. Now, I guess I'm lucky because I didn't need to buy much. I am really grateful to Jo for her generosity, and she actually gifted me this new release of hers called Peace on Earth, Goodwill to All. And it's a gorgeous Christmas piece, and she gifted it to me because the fabric it's on is my Perry Sandhills. That's just so flattering, and doesn't it look stunning? You can't see all only with my lights, but beautiful. It's a beautiful Christmas red for those greens. So thank you, Jo, for gifting me that lovely copy of your new release. And if anyone wants it, jump on to mojostitches.com, because that's where you find Jo's things the easiest and the way that benefits her the most. She's such a humble lady, so talented, and doesn't like to, ask for anything. So I had to buy one of her products. So my purchase for the retreat was her pattern, the Sugar Glider, which is, I think, one she released in the Homespun magazine. But look at him, he's so cute. Sugar gliders seem to be very topical at the moment. I'll let you got TV thing happening on that side, but show you this side. So cute. So again, available from mojostitches.com. And that, I think, I didn't win any prizes or anything because I was running them. But that was all of my Stitchy Kindness and haul.
Hi everyone, this bit of the video is to show all of my stitchy stash that I brought home from the retreat. Some shopping, some prizes, and some stitchy kindness from all my stitchy friends. So we'll start with the stitchy kindness. So Liz had a bag for everybody, so full of retreat treats, a couple of cups, a couple of bowls and plates to eat your treats on, with some little tongs so that you don't have to use your fingers and get your fingers dirty. Some little biscuits and some chockies, and some hot chocolate, and a nail emery board, very useful for stitchy friends. Oop, things are disappearing on my lap. Pen that she'd put the beads on, which is really cute. A teeny tiny little Christmas decoration. Not stitched by Liz. She bought it as supporting helps provide employment and training in communities in Southeast Asia. And this Liz did make. So one of her many crafts is chainmail. So she made a little chainmail zipper pull. And at the bottom there's a 2025 charm and also Yeah. Trying to get the 25 out of the way so you can see the other one because it's really cool. A little mountains charm because we're in the mountains. Adelaide stitches. I got some flower floss drops, and the card is Govet's Leap, which is the lookout down the road from Glenella, one of the many picturesque lookouts in the Blue Mountains. From Teresa on my table, I got a Christmas zipper pull. Very pretty. Knitting that. I didn't remember, but she did. A while ago, we went shopping at the Cool Goblin together, and she bought Honey of a Tiny Town, and I said that I would like to have it after she had finished. She has finished, so now I have it. Thank you, Nat. From Emma, lots and lots of Emma is it. She gets all the different bits for little stitchy presents. So we've got a little stitchy pouch, a Christmas pen because it was, look at that, it's like a snow globe. It was yes, winter Christmas. So the end just came off the very sharp scissors. It just fell off again. Some scissors, just so I don't stab myself. Yes, some scissors, pair of tweezers, a little tiny needle minder that says handmade, hand cream, tape measure, a needle case, an emotional support flower needle minder. Life can be tough sometimes, but remember, so are you. You're awesome. Thank you. You're awesome too, Emma. A little preemptive frog. A little needle case with, no, slide the right way, with a needle threader and some needles and some floss drops. Emma likes to take photos and turn them into floss drops, and this time she decided to do some of the mountains. So we have 3 different views. See if I can hold them. Yeah. 3 different views of the 3 sisters, including one with Aurora, which is really cool. The 3 sisters is yet another of the scenic lookouts. And there's an Aboriginal story about the story of the 3 sisters. So, yep, that's very cool. And then another little bag of goodies from Michelle, which I think is also partly birthday present. So we got some floss drops and some of these little clippy things, always useful. And a needle threader and some post-it notes and a magnetic needle case and a pair of scissors and some sapphire blue Dinky Dyes silk because Michelle knows I love blue, and a J keyring bag tag with some more blue bits. And but wait, there is more. Sue commissioned her dad to make some very pretty, very beautiful, pretty's not right, the right word, beautiful, elegant notions boxes. Look at this. Isn't that amazing? So I've started putting all my stitchy bits in it. And it's got this beautiful little ornate closure on it too. Feel very spoilt. Yes. Thank you, Sue. Okay, that was all the stitchy kindness. I am so spoilt. Then prizes. So there is always a lucky door prize. Lisa arranges it so that everybody gets one. So I got some Mill Hill beads, and we had a best decorated table and best dressed for the Christmas theme, and my table won the best decorated. So we got a prize of some copper gentle arts thread. Very pretty. And we had the ornament exchange. So everybody stitched an ornament and hung it on the tree. And then when your name was called, you went and picked an ornament. And so I got this one, which I recognized as being a Veronique Engine, however you want to say it. So I figured it was probably Nat that stitched it, and I asked her, she said yes. And look at her clever way of doing the hanger. It's just a piece of ribbon sandwiched between the perforated paper and the felt. So simple, so elegant, quick and easy, and so effective. I'm gonna have to remember that one. And I did a little bit of shopping. I went to Mojo Stitches and I bought her A and B and her C and D blocks. I went intending to get C and D because Chateau French. And when Joe first released this, I was rereading the Jasper Ford Thursday Next books, and in those books, Thursday has a pet dodo. So yeah. But then when I got to Joe's stall and I saw the A and B, I'd seen the A and B blocks before. And I was like, I kind of need to get all four. So I did. And then I went to Lisa's shop and I tried to buy some fabric. And instead of letting me pay for it, she gave it back to me and said it was a birthday present. It's not my birthday for another couple of months, but I don't mind if people want to start early. That's fine. And just look at it. Perry Sandhills. Isn't that pretty? It's this beautiful, soft, rosy blush. Very pretty. And quite nice, soft linen too. Oh, and some fluff. No plans for it yet. I keep saying, and I really actually need to pull my finger out and do it, that I need to I need to do kitting from stash because I have all of these beautiful Lisa fabrics and the Sassy Pouch fabrics and all the beautiful Silks for You silks and patterns, and I need to match them all up so I know where I have gaps so that the next time I go to a retreat, I will be able to say, okay, I need this kind of thread or I need this kind of material. Or I have this beautiful material which goes really nicely with this thread. I don't know what to stitch with it. Let's have a look and see. That's what I need to do one day. Okay. And last but not least, the raffle. This is the 4th Stitching in the Mountains retreat. I have been to every one of them. And I'm pretty sure this is the first time I have won a raffle prize. So someone had been to the Stitches Merchant Glen Innes retreat and decided that a couple of the kits from that goodie bag that they weren't going to stitch, so they donated them as prizes. And I was lucky enough to get one. So I now have Ode to Alvinia. I've been looking at, I like the idea of samplers. I have yet to stitch one. I kept looking at them and none of them really grabbed me until this one. It's got a house. A lot of them have houses. This is true. And as you know, Lisa and I like to stitch houses. But this one's a blue house. And it's got just a little bit of alphabet and quite an elegant alphabet. And the little saying that it has, with needle and thread my hand doth fly, stitching treasures as day draws nigh. So not only is it a sampler, it's a stitching sampler. And it's the full kit. Fabric, 36 count Hemingway by Needle and Flax. The classic Colourworks colours. This is like a needle Parker thingy. There's some pins from Jersey Girls and some ring bling, which is a little photo of the house. That was very exciting. And I have no idea when I'm going to start it. I have no immediate plans to start it, but now I have a sampler in my stash, which is very exciting. So that's it. That is all my new stash acquisitions, gifts, prizes, all of the things. On with the next part of the video.
So, Jenny, I've asked the same question to everyone I've been interviewing. I may as well ask you. What have you found the most pleasantly or surprising about this particular version of the retreat? She should have known it was coming.
Well, no, I know. The one thing because this is a smaller retreat, there's not so many. I know, like, I would say 75% of the people, either we've met at previous retreats, we've met on Zoom, and so I said it in one of the Flosstube interviews that, when I arrived and so many people are calling out hello and wanting to come up and give me a hug, and I had all my stuff. And it's lovely to, come in and feel, not only because I came in from the cold outside into the warmth of the house, but also the warmth of the welcome and feeling like I belong here. These are my people.
Yes, and it was lovely.
Yes. So I really like that. And of course, catching up.
Yes, we love seeing each other in person.
Yes.
That's true. For me, it's actually been the fact that everybody got involved in the theme.
Yes.
Well, let me say that. Well,
Okay.
I feel like everyone did to a degree.
Yeah.
But the winter Christmas theme was a winner. We do a different theme every time, but this one, people like when you see the ornament exchange tree and people, the quality and variety of ornaments on the ornament tree will just blow you away.
And the beauty of it was that if you didn't get the ornament that you really wanted, you could find out who had stitched it and find out where they got the pattern so that you can then make it for yourself.
And the other thing we did that was really good, and Joe and I love this, is we like it to be non-confrontational for anyone. We want everyone to feel as achieving as possible, and we had people who said, look, it made me finish it. It was the first time I finished one. I had to get it done because it was literally, as you can see in the pictures that are running over our face at the moment here, we've got the just the tree with the ornaments on it. There was no worrying about what extras was I going to put into it, no other garbage, no having to wrap it. It was literally just the ornament, and I do credit the Albury Retreat for giving me that idea. So I loved it. Joe and I loved it. We're going to survey our participants and see what they thought, but I'm pretty sure that will be revisiting at some stage. It was wonderful. So yes, and for the people who didn't participate, they shouldn't feel afraid to do so next time, but it is optional. I mean, I do, bark orders like a school principal at times, like come and get the photo, which I'm going to put in here of the group. How good is this? And then we also had other things. So talking about the Christmas theme, I'll pop in a photo here of the Christmas theme. Everyone who dressed up for Christmas, and we had tables dressed up for Christmas. And then the third one I actually was really proud of is how many whip warriors there were in attendance.
There weren't only 3. This is just so she remembers to put the photo. Yes, there was a whip warrior group photo as well. Yes.
The biggest whip warrior group photo there's ever been.
Yay.
That I've seen in anywhere across the world. So fantastic. So it was just lovely. So that was my favourite bit. Yeah. So now we're going to leave you in peace to enjoy the length. We'll put photos at the end. That's what we're going to slip in now.
Okay.
Photos of the lovely retreat. And if you're interested, if you're in the Stitching the Mountains Facebook group, keep a lookout this week for announcement of the summer Stitching the Mountains that's coming up in December. As far as I know, it's the only retreat that hasn't actually opened yet for people to get into. There are only about 40 spots, give or take, and we are looking forward to seeing new people, old people,
Not old people.
returning
retreat.
Well, we're happy to see old people too and young people. We're happy to see male people, female people, and people who are...
So I think, was this the first time we'd had male participants?
No, Jonathan came last time.
Oh, okay.
But we are very accepting of any type of person who would like to come, as long as they are a cross-stitcher and likes cross-stitching.
And not only that, but because... we've probably gone through this before, but because Glenalla is on 2 levels, it's also... and some of the rooms are on the top level, so it's suitable for anybody of any ability level. There are ramps to get in, and yes, you don't have to come down the stairs.
But there is not still a disabled toilet as such. So
right.
it's not 100% mobility friendly, but it is if you are a
Mostly.
shuffler, it's okay.
Yes.
All right, we're going to leave you in peace. We're rambling.
Yep.
Happy stitching, everyone.
Bye.